Ladies and gentlemen,
God damn it!
Let's go. Welcome to the Sim Standard, and this is a constructive feedback video for the developers at EA Sports, 2K Sports, Natural Motion, or any other company that wants to jump into the realm as far as it goes in producing a football game. Now, I don't know if most of you all were around or old enough to remember, but Madden 05 or Madden 04 through 06 had the best franchise status. Now, I'm talking about franchise because that's something that we haven't really touched on this channel. We mostly go over gameplay. So once you nail the gameplay down, these are the extra things that add life to your game. And one of the reasons that we called ESPN NFL 2K5 one of the best simulation titles to date, because of all the robust things that it had in the franchise mode, as well as the gameplay was nailed down. Offline, but we're talking about online features and taking the game to the next level. So like I said, once you nail down the gameplay, these are the things that are going to propel your game to the next level. And I'm pretty sure that, you know, it's some complications with the technology and why they wouldn't connect these two games. Like I said, you cannot do this online. You cannot do this online. I know people troll my videos all the time saying you can do this. That is offline. You cannot do this on an online franchise. Trust me, I have tried. That's for any company that, you know, wants to put out a football game, whether you have the license or not. These are things that add replayability and longevity to the game that you might want to think about integrating into your next or future titles to come. Alright, so I had to pull that video clip out the vault, man, because that was me 2 years ago talking about franchise mode and just connecting NCAA and Madden online, and they've finally taken the steps to do that with the import draft classes. But this is not what this video is about. It's basically going to be about what the community needs to be paying attention to when it comes to EA Sports and the announcements that they made yesterday. There are 3 pillars that next generation football will be built upon, if you are listening closely. But if you weren't, then I'm going to go ahead and go over them for you. These are their words verbatim that we're going to hold them to. The 3 pillars are human intelligence, true player motion, and living worlds. So first off, human intelligence, we've been talking about that for a while, about player AI awareness and things like that. So these are their words verbatim. Instincts, awareness, unpredictability. For the first time, all players on the field, pitch, or court are alive from the neck up with human intelligence. The intelligence system of EA Sports Ignite delivers 4 times greater decision-making capabilities, allowing the players to react instinctively like real-world athletes. Players can now anticipate, avoid, or brace for physical challenges and collisions. The EA Sports Ignite engine provides contextual awareness and a greater sphere of vision for every player on the field. Players are alive and able to think, anticipate, and react to the position of their teammates, the opposition, and the scenario unfolding in the game. And that's huge because we've been talking about this for a while. Players breaking out of zones, reacting to situations authentically, and hopefully we get to see that at E3 if they're showing off gameplay for the next generation. Next up is true player motion. Again, their words verbatim. True player motion delivers revolutionary biomechanical physics, authentically recreating the dynamic movement and physicality of actual athletes. Step-based locomotion. 10 times greater animation fidelity drives the engine's locomotion system. Foot planting, pivoting, and sidestepping are influenced by a player's momentum in real time. Players accelerate, evade, and shift momentum with the agility and explosiveness of real-world athletes. EA Sports Ignite delivers dynamic movements and biomechanics. The body's individual components have unique mass, resulting in the authentic reproduction of a player's body weight, center of gravity and momentum. Now, these are things that we've been talking about for years, and I'm glad to see them finally addressing it. And like I said, lip service is one thing, but we actually have to see it delivered on. And also with that, it says cloth. EA Sports Ignite separates the player's uniform from the body. In addition to increased visual detail, jerseys now stretch and billow depending on movement. Tugging shirts generates force, which factors into EA Sports Ignite's physics, potentially destabilizing the player. So we're talking about holding calls, jostling, pass interference. These are things that should be replicated when it comes to football with the Ignite engine and them explaining cloth having to come into detail. Reach tackles and things when engaged in the block, no more engage, disengage. You can actually see, and they have jersey pulls in NBA 2K13. Even if it was just a kind of a gimmick feature, going into next gen, we actually get to see that replicated for real, hopefully in a football game. And then the last but not least, living worlds. And this says, ever-changing and electrifying atmospheres, living worlds usher in an all-new level of immersion authenticity. Crowds and sidelines are as ever-changing as real-world stadiums. Living sidelines. Sidelines are now comprised of individually modeled 3D characters, each with dynamic reactions and behavior. In-game environments are as ever-changing as real-world stadiums and arenas that evolve throughout a match. Crowd reaction, playing home or away, never felt so real. EA Sports Ignite eliminates scripted crowd animations with individual intelligence and context of the game, allowing the stadium and sidelines to react to every scenario organically. As in the real world, the emotions of crowds such as elation, frustration, and anxiety swings as the match plays out. And you know, we gonna hold the Game Changers, myself, Sim Football Critic, Smitty, Ruckus, we're gonna hold them to this, man, because they're saying that and they're putting this kind of information out there, and we're gonna hold them to it because this sounds like things that we have been harping on for a long time. We talked about the polygon players on the sideline. We talked about the crowd not really being having an immersive feel to the game, something that we've seen in past generation games. So we'll see, you know, how they deliver on these things. But the lip service is there, but we have to see it put into action. All right, and make sure you check out the Sim Perspective radio show every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. The information is down in the description. tspradio.com, blogtalkradio.com/simradio. All right, peace.
Come fast, she said that it was pronto. And my first car color was Azure. It affected me, my money had to blow a little more.